Okay, let's get going with Caesar 3.
Central Italy, 750 years before the birth of Christ. Starting on a path that would lead farther than they could ever have imagined, farmers settled at a place on the river Tiber. They called it Rome. It thrived, building legendary roads, encouraging trade with neighboring cities. Life was good, but Rome's citizens hungered for more and developed mighty legions to conquer new lands. The empire grew stronger. None could thwart Rome's destiny. Defeated captives became slaves, bought by rich citizens who enjoyed Rome's unrivaled civilized life. But not every citizen lived in such luxury, leading to riots by the hungry and the poor. But Rome thrived, leaving as proof of its glory spectacular venues for the tough, often dangerous entertainment its people demanded.
Yes, welcome to Euro Chariot Simulator. A few people whinging about the resolution, not to worry, that's just old school FMV for you. So we'll just start up our new career. I haven't given much thought to our name, but I think it's always time for Shitatsu Show to shine.
Let your governorial training begin. First, you must learn the basics of constructing Roman settlements. Build areas of housing, and you'll soon see people move into your city. You can click and drag the mouse to build lengths of path at once.
Okay, well he's just telling us how to play the game, but thankfully I already know all of that garbage. Man, the audio varies wildly in this game. Let's get that music all the way up. This isn't going to be good, is it? I probably should rejig this beforehand, but what the hey. I'll just edit this stuff out later, because I always do that, right? But that makes it monstrously loud if I'm not mistaken, so I shall turn it down in OBS. Fully professional stuff here. Still seems a bit loud. The reason I'm cranking it to 100% anyway is because when little pop-ups come up with videos and such, they completely override whatever sound settings you choose. So hopefully that is okay as it is now. So, welcome to Caesar 3. One of the main things that really made me want to jump back into this game is the fact that a new 1920 by 1080 patch came out for it. Some delightful individual's been going around these old Sierra city builders and rejigging the resolution, much to many people's delight. So, what is Caesar 3? You're a governor for Rome. He wants you to build settlements, expand the Roman Empire, all that jazz. I quite like Rome. Don't like Byzantium, but real Rome's fine. So, what do? Well, yeah, build places for people to live. Yeah, give them stuff. This level's not very important. It's just throwing down housing, and it teaches you how to build basic things by throwing you problems, and you have to deal with them. For example, a fire broke out. It tells you to build prefectures. That's fine. We'll build a couple of them, because tents are extremely flammable. And it tells us that buildings fall down and we need to build engineer posts. That's fine as well. Tents don't fall down though. And then once we build those and everything's a-okay, we get to build a senate. It tells us to build temples for the gods. Let's throw down one of those and just wait for the mission to complete, because it's really nothing impressive.
Congratulations! You have grasped the basics to my satisfaction. In the interest of advancing your education, I have one more gentle assignment for you. Onward to Brundisium.
Yes, onward, Caesar. Don't know why you're spending time talking to a lowly man like myself.
Priorities should be security, housing, food, and water in that order. Without housing and food, new immigrants will not move into your city.
Didn't think Caesar had time for all this.
Rome now wishes your city to grow food. Build a farm on fertile land. Look.
Now, I really like those intros where he speaks to you, but it's not really necessary at this point. It's just wee tutorials. So, what will I show off here? This is just another basic tutorial mission. Clear some paths. I'll show off a fairly nice and simple housing block that anyone can use. It's not the most efficient, but it's very safe. Let's also try and not screw up our placement of the farms. Get some farms down, take it out, 1, 2, and we're going to go up in this direction by 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go along this way by 1, 2, 3, yeah, messed that up completely. It's alright though, the game's pretty forgiving, even on hard mode. Build houses like this. In the centre and then to the sides, 120 ducats worth there, 120 ducats worth there. Do the same on both sides. Equip it out with 1 engineer posts, 2 prefectures early on, because fires are rife early on. We're going to need a granary to store all this food. And this tutorial mission, a lot of people screw up because it's actually limited in what you're allowed to do until you store some food. So let's just get everything going nice and early. Just slow me down if there's something you want me to explain. I'm probably not explaining much about this game very well. So, what can I explain? When you put down plots, people move into them and they build houses. For example, people have moved in and they've built small tents. Now those are the crappiest of the crap as far as housing goes. It'll evolve all the way up to villas and palaces if you provide them with the goods and services that they want. For example, to get them from a small tent to a large tent, they want water. I could give them a well, but I'm jumping straight to fountain here. Now, part of the setup is that I can put temples in the center. Now, you always want to keep your gods happy, or else they will smite you, and smite you hard they shall. It's great space just for putting all 5 temples in. 1 small temple will keep people happy up to a population of about 500 or so. This one's only going to take us to 650, so no need to worry about the small stuff there. We're also able to visit our advisors now in this mission. First thing I want to do is set wages to 8 above Rome's and set taxes down to 0. It'll keep people very happy despite the horrendous poverty and unemployment I'm about to put them through. But we've got plenty of denarii to start us off with. So now almost everything is large tents. I'm going to build some gardens just to keep the area looking quite nice. Because that reservoir is a very unpopular person to be near. We're almost full up of food in the granary. Let's cap it out completely. And then build 2 markets. Marketplaces can be pretty tricky things in this game. Basically, they go and get food first, and grain is the highest priority. It's also the only good I've got here. So, the market ladies. Man, that is way too quiet.
The market is out of food, so I'm on my way home.
So she was scouting out for food. Now that she knows it's here in the granary, she's going to pop off to get some.
With unemployment as high as it is,
Don't tell me about that.
I'm off to collect more supplies.
There we go. So she goes to the granary, she pulls out loads of wheat, and she gets these little slave children.
This basket is killing me. I don't care who needs the food. There should be a law against child labour.
Thank you, Ovidius.
This basket is hell. I'm taking this basket of food to that lady's market. I'm hoping for a big tip. That fat lady up front told me to carry this and follow her.
Top-notch voice acting in this game, no joke. Now that food goes to the marketplace, and then it gets spread out among the population. They turn into these small shacks, but then they go to large shacks. Small shacks need religion to get to large shack, and as a large shack they need fountain water to become hovels, and hovels need entertainment, so we build up a theatre there. With the theatre, they become large hovels. At least they should. There we go, large hovels. And hovels need education to become casas, so there's all the education they could need. And now we've got a pretty solid starting city. The places that are not evolving are not doing so because it's such an undesirable neighborhood. I'm not able to build plazas or such to make it look better. So doing my best with gardens at the moment. Huh, okay, that was fast. I didn't even have to start up trade and all that. Oh well. Onwards to the first real assignment.
You learn quickly. You now have the skills to complete a real assignment. From now on, you can choose your career's direction. Take the more peaceful province to concentrate on governing, or the more dangerous one to confront Rome's enemies.
Thank you for the options, Caesar. Now, when this game came out as just a demo disc with a free PC Gamer magazine, those 2 missions were the only missions available in the demo. You bet I played those to death. Now, we get the option between Tarentum, slightly dangerous, dangerous as in maybe 2 backwards tribesmen will attack you with sticks, or Capua, peaceful province. Now, Tarentum's the easier of the 2, I'd say, so we're going to go with Capua.
Caesar is at today's gladiator tournament and is unable to see you himself. He has asked me, his proconsul for Roma, to brief you on your next assignment. Now that you have proven your skills, you are to found a small city just south of Rome. To build the city up to a modest level, you must provide more goods and services than you have achieved thus far. Plan carefully. Rome's Senate expects a good return on the starting money it entrusts to you. Your new province is rich in resources. Set up industries and trade routes, and export goods to earn the extra funds that you will need.
Yep, and the rest of that's just him telling you how to play the game. I will read those through in full when I get to more interesting levels. So here we are. It gives you the entire landscape to admire, but you need to plan your city carefully, keeper. So this looks like fairly prime building material, building area, building estate. It's near the river, so I can get trade there, access to water for clay pits and wood for timber huts. You can see all the raw materials available to you here or here. And you can also go to the Empire. This is the mighty Roman Empire, at least as it was circa 350 BC. I don't know how accurate that is. So here we are Capua. We can open up trade with Tarentum or seaborne trade to Syracuse. So I think we're going to be selling a lot of pottery quite early, so let's open that trade route up nice and early. So one thing is that in this game, walkers will follow the paths and they will make a decision on every intersection where to go. And although there are some very, very interesting calculations in how they make that decision, it might as well be random, because it's hard to really tell unless you know this game inside out. So we just assume they're all random. There are no roadblocks in this game, but you can build guardhouses. Ordinary peasants won't walk through them. However, some will. There are some slight laws of that. But it doesn't matter for this mission because we have no access to gatehouses. So let's just clear out a big old plot of land. It looks a bit ugly to just do it like this, but hey, who's keeping score? And when gatehouses are not available to me, I'm a big fan of using figure of 8 building. So what do I mean by that? Well, we've got ample farmland, so gee, how will I even do this? Let's just build. 1, 2, a space, another space, another space. 1, 2, yeah, looks good. And then not really putting much thought into how this one's going to go. Just build a bunch of houses here. There's no actual need for these spaces. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Want to get the houses down early because as soon as the houses are down, that's when you start getting people immigrating.
Greetings. I'm new to this place. Do you know of anywhere to live? I've heard there are jobs here. I want to be a lion tamer.
Well, funnily enough, we could make you a lion tamer. We have the technology to build lion huts. But we won't be doing any of that just yet. Plenty of places for our plebs to live. I like to get water up and running nice and early though. It's a bit unattractive to have the water source here. But we're going to put it there anyway because who cares what our peasantry think. Now, it's crucial that you do not block the road to Rome. So I have to make sure to leave a little gap in my aqueduct right there so they can walk through it. Otherwise, some engineers will come along and destroy what's ever blocking the road to Rome, which is quite unfortunate, I must say. Part of this figure of 8 thing is that the granary goes here. The granary can be walked through in a cross-section. So your walkers are somewhat forced in the direction they go. They come here and they can either go this way. 2/3 chance they're going to walk down through this loop. This loop that I am just about to build. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Would be nice and simple if this game had a grid to build from, but hey, it was the 90s. Things were simpler back then. Simpler times. Quite want a few buildings here as well. So that'll be good. I'll get plenty of people moving in for that. Again, I set the wages to 8 above Rome's and set taxes to 0 to keep people happy in the early days of horrific malnourishment, maltreatment, everything. What is more, I'm going to set this granary to only accept wheat. And yeah, we'll wait for our guys to arrive before doing much else. One thing that's quite important though, get the doctor up and get him up early or else your people are going to die. Furthermore, get your temples up, get them up early or else your people are going to fry from Mars's wrath. Or Mercury's wrath. I hear he hails fireballs from the sky if you don't appease him. So we'll get one for each of our gods up for now. Should keep them happy to a small population. Whatever else can we build? Nothing else really necessary to build right this second. We'll wait till we get some people in our lands. Now, the people won't run away from disgust, because when everyone's poor, everyone is happily poor together. When some people have food and others do not, that's when people start getting a bit cranked. So, if I think about it, our target population... Good, there's space there. Our target population is 2,500. Now, one wheat farm in a non-northern province will feed about 320. So to play it safe, we're going to stick down about 9 or 10 wheat farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. You know what? We'll go for 10. Because why not? You get pretty heavy unemployment early in the game, so I'm not too worried about it.
The destination for these goods won't accept them. I'm told they need more workers.
That's alright, we're getting plenty of fresh meat shields joining our city, so no problem. LinkR00 says, Jake, just for curiosity, what do you do for a living aside from handsome trucking and map painting? I don't really turn much of a profit off of this. In fact, in terms of hourly wage, this is pretty illegal. But I work in a data center. It's pretty not bad. One fountain in this kind of province has a range of 4, so not really many ways I can cut it for this side. But if I put it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll be okay. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now, I didn't put down prefectures, and that's causing fires to break out, so I'm going to put one down there, and also putting down engineer posts at both sides. These engineers and prefectures will have no choice but to follow this figure of 8. And everywhere they pass, they turn this fire risk from pretty high to negligible. Of course, I'm about to find that I really should have put those down earlier. But that's okay. The game is quite generous in these early missions with the amount of money it gives you. Yeah, what was that about having mastered this game? There we go. Now, is it worth feeding my immigrants at this time? Nah, can't say I'm all too bothered by it. What I will do, however, is stick down a large statue here to help out with the desirability of these places. Yeah, fire is quite deadly. Always build prefectures early on. Okay, so we will start feeding our people. A couple of markets will do the trick. A 1, a 2. I don't need 2 engineer posts, however. That will take them up to shacks. They've got religion to take them to large shacks. They will need entertainment to stop them being that small, though. And they will need education to take them from large hovel to the next step. So library will keep that sorted. So watch as it all just explodes like that, which is lovely. Some of them won't evolve a bit more because it's pretty undesirable to live where they live. I'm a generous guy. We'll sort out our differences. Looking good. Looking damn good. Now the trouble is our money is running a little thin, and we're only at 768 people, so what we're going to do is set up a bit of industry. Now, these poor guys here are not getting much in the way of water, but I can fix that. Now the problem with this game, because I got no gatehouses, is if I add on things here, the random walkers, like the librarian or the actor, they're going to stroll along here and waste time. I'd rather they stuck to this figure of 8. So what I do is I add a little disjointed part here. One, two, 1, 2. Yeah, how is that? Now the way that services get workers is they send out this little dude here.
Spare a little bread. I haven't eaten for so long.
Quit your whinging. Now he walks past, and whenever he walks past a building, well, a house rather, that that goods place or service gets employment. It draws from the global pool, so you don't have to worry about, you know, these guys are only the buildings I built here are only going to walk past these few areas. Those few areas are plenty enough for them. However, money is running just a tad low. Good thing I already set this up. It's a land trade route, so I don't need a dock. So let's start up that clay production business. A 1, a 2. 2 raw materials, supplies, 4 proper industries. So that works out just fine for us. Get 4 going there and get our warehouse set up. The warehouse will only accept pottery. And we need a separate engineer post and prefecture for this area. But they'll all get working.
Pale, have you seen how high unemployment is here?
Not too terribly worried about unemployment, I'm afraid. Get those large statues on the go, because this land is going to be quite undesirable thanks to these industries being nearby. Guess I shouldn't have deleted that engineer post over here. The music changes when you get larger populations, which I think is a great touch. Also, not enough food. Let's sort that. Now, these castles will not evolve because they don't have access to a bathhouse, but what it doesn't tell you is they also need access to pottery. Now, the pottery is going to be over here, and the market ladies, because there's no road leading over here, they won't be able to go and nick all our hard-earned pottery. So I'm going to build up a wee bit of pottery. My money is ticking down quite badly. So we'll set up a forum to collect some taxes. I'll set taxes to 8%. That should generate quite a bit of ducats. You get more money for larger, more desirable houses, so it's in your interest to evolve them. Late game, if you have palaces and villas, they can generate unbelievable amounts of money. Far more than trade ever could, as long as your taxes are quite high. And hey, it's me running the show, of course taxes are going to be high. Now, we're going to sell a wee bit of our pottery. We'll sell anything over 8 units. Does that sound fair? Yeah, I suppose it does. So let's get some pottery on the go. And then these gentlemen here on horseback, the favourite kind of back.
I don't know why I bother with this route. They don't buy anything or have anything they want to sell me.
Well, because I only set the trade route to start selling a wee moment ago, they were already on the map and they weren't going to buy anything. But now,
Good day to you. Can I interest you in some top quality goods?
these trotting stereotypes make their way to my warehouse. And they buy up all the spare pottery that's going. And I make good money on it. Gods are unhappy. Of course they're unhappy. I don't have nearly enough temples for them. We'll build some small temples just for now. We'll get oracles going on later on. I am playing extremely shoddily right now, but that's okay. This will all come back to me. There we go. Alright, good enough. We're going to set up our dock and our second industry. Could either do oil or we could do furniture. Frankly, oil sells for $1. We can check it out here, show you the prices. I mean, for every bit of pottery I sell, I get 140. For every bit of oil I sell, well, also 140, but who's keeping score? But to trade by sea, you've got to set up a dock. There we go. And I'll need to have a warehouse that has oil in it. You know, I said oil, but I think furniture. Timber yard 1, timber yard 2. Workshop for furniture. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was ill placed. Where am I going to stick my warehouse? Alright. That's how we'll do it then. Flick you two around. Yeah, the gods are pretty unhappy with me, but too bad, I don't care. I'm sure they'll chill out.